Hello. How you guys doing? I hope you having a good week. Trying to stay warm here, and probably gonna be stuck here for a while. My battery went die, but I got a battery charger, and hopefully I can go up when it gets warm to go out there and warm my car up. Well, charge my car up anyway. But anyway, yeah. Hope you having a good week. I have an interesting outtake on this latest video, and it's going to be a mixture of things about relationships and between black men and black women. Also, I'm going to add something in a little bit different, but I'll go ahead and I'll get back with my commentary afterwards.
Small business owners who want to save time and money on general liability insurance should go to buyberg.com.
So a lot of times, a lot of brothers complain about some of the sisters that kind of wear their degrees or their corporate jobs or their businesses on their shoulders and use it as an identity. And a lot of times, when it comes to the dating market and what men are looking for in women, you have a lot of videos out there where men are kind of downing that. But you're going to have a sister here that's going to explain to the sisters why they should not be using their degrees or jobs as their identity. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Black women, hear me and hear me clearly. Please stop thinking that your career and what you do for a living is your identity, because it is not. You being a doctor, a business owner, a hairstylist, a school counselor, a therapist, whatever, the job does not make you. And unfortunately, we have been brainwashed and consumed with our accolades to think that all the stuff that we have, our degrees and all those things, make us who we are, because they don't. We have been convinced to think that people have these things and it determines their characteristics and their personalities, right? And you might develop friendships, relationships based on what you believe a person has and how that contributes to their personality. I'm a counselor. I'm a therapist. But those jobs don't make me the person I am today. They don't make me a better mom. You know what I'm saying? They don't make me a good wife. Because unfortunately, there are a lot of great doctors who are terrible wives or husbands. There are a lot of great therapists who are just not good people. You know what I'm saying? People can turn it on and turn it off very, very easily. And as black women, we are leading with our accolades. We are believing that we are intimidating people because of what we have. And like I said before in my live last night, if y'all wasn't on it, real men of a certain just intellect and like knows what he wants, he does not care if you have 5 degrees. Your 5 degrees won't tell him that you can be good to him.
When a man meets you, you could tell him you have a master's degree, a doctorate degree. And let me talk from a mature man standpoint. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, well, what you got your degree in? You say what you got your degree in. Say, okay, so where you work at? Oh, I work at this, firm or this, corporation, or I work at the hospital. I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm a doctor. I'm a whatever. Oh, okay. Well, shoot. How's that job working out for you? And you find out about the job. That's just a preliminary question, just so a man know what you do for a living. Do you take care of yourself? Because no man want to come in there and start taking care of you. At least a man that got common sense. After he knows all that, it's all about you at that point. He wants to know about you. Like, your degree doesn't make you attractive to a man. That's why you got women out here that don't have a liquor degree, don't have anything. But if they are attractive, they have, capital with men. It's just bottom line. So if you're saying you make so much money a year, that doesn't impress a man. Like, if that's the case, why Oprah Winfrey never had a bunch of men just knocking down her door, begging her to be with her? You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to be with her but Stedman and put up with that kind of woman. Lord, Oprah, oh God. So a man isn't impressed if you are a billionaire or a millionaire. Oh, I make $200,000 a year. That doesn't impress a man. What impresses a man is who you are. First of all, what you look like first. Then after that, what you are. Because as men, you're not going to get to the next step until we are impressed with your look. But the problem is, today, some of you perform so much witchcraft with the plastic surgery and the makeup, you don't work on the inside. See, there's no plastic surgeon that can work on this. At the end of the day, this is what holds a man. What's in here. What's in here is what's going to keep that man. Yeah, your body, he'll sleep with you, sure. But he won't stay with you. He won't marry you. Some of y'all prioritize a BBL instead of prioritizing therapy. If you prioritize therapy and get over your trauma, whatever that may be, your insecurities, etc., that would be a lot cheaper and more beneficial to you than you going to freaking Dominican Republic with all these other ones trying to get a BBL or something. In 2024, focus on the inside of you. Focus on self. In there, let me correct all that. You toxic? Go get some therapy and deal with that toxicity. Find out what creates that. So you don't be like that anymore. So you won't run off good men. Because some of you run off good men and you know you did. You say, man, that was a good man. I ran him off. Because by the time he got to know you, yeah, you look good, but by the time he got to know you, he couldn't deal with you. That's why when men see a woman, and especially when she gets older and she look a certain way, if that man deem her as highly attractive, the first thing a man gonna say is, yeah, she look good, but why she single? That's the first thing a man go ask.
Yep.
And he automatically is a red flag because most men know women that are attractive, men want to marry her. So if you are older, you still look good, but I've never been married or whatever. Huh? That's how most men are trained to think. Something must be wrong.
Right.
Instantly, DraftKings, you make the playoffs even more exciting. Legendary NFL coach Jim Moore. What do you think?
You kidding me? Instantly? Even if I don't win a playoff game?
Yes, Jim. Even if you don't win a playoff game.
Playoffs?
Playoffs?
Instantly?
Instantly.
Hey, this is Raul. Please act right. And here we go again with the black men who date or marry outside their race. There's something wrong with him, and he dislikes his own race of women.
Okay, so when black men who gain success, influential black men who gain success, like rappers, for instance, and they date white women, it sends a message to black boys that black women are not good enough. We are only good enough to support them, to give birth to them, but we're not good enough to marry and share our wealth with. That's what black men are saying when they gain success.
So where are your videos about black women who become successful and marry other than black men? No shade against any of the black women I'm about to mention. I wish them all well, and if they decide to marry outside their race, that's their business. I'm just making a point. Did you make a video about black women like the comedian and TV show host Lonnie Love, who according to Google has an approximate net worth of $1 million? Of course you did. In 2018, she married James Welsh, a non-black man. Where's your "she disliked black men" video on her? How about Garcelle Beauvais, who is best known for her starring role where she played Fancy on The Jamie Foxx Show, who according to Google has an approximate net worth of $9 million. She first married a black man named Daniel Saunders in 1991, but later divorced him in the year 2000. And the following year, in 2001, she married Michael Nyland, a non-black man. Where's your "she disliked black men" video on her? How about Alfre Woodard, who's best known for her role in Love and Basketball, where she played the mother of Sanaa Lathan's character, who according to Google has an approximate net worth of $13 million. She married Roderick Spencer in 1983, a non-black man. Where's your video on her? How about Eve, who's known for being a successful female rapper who reached #1 on the Billboard 200, making her the third female rapper to accomplish this feat, and was certified double platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, who according to Google has an approximate net worth of $13 million. In 2014, she married Maximilian Cooper, a non-black man. Where's your video on her? How about Diana Ross, who is best known for being a singer with endless hit songs and an actress throughout the late 60s through 1990s, who according to Google has an approximate net worth of $250 million. She was married to Robert Ellis Silverstein from 1971 to 1977, and then Arnie Nass from 1985 to the year 2000, two non-black men. Where's your video on her? How about Stacey Dash? Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I forgot. We traded her. Never mind. How about the famous tennis player, Serena Williams, who according to Google has an approximate net worth of $250 million. In 2017, she married Alexis Ohanian, a non-black man. Where's your video on her? And the list goes on. See, these are the type of black women who want to make like everything is one-sided, trying to act like black women don't do the same as black men. Woman, please. If black women can do it and you have nothing to say, then when black men do it, keep that same energy. And just so you know, there are black men who become successful and are married to black women. Lorenz Tate, who according to Google has a net worth of $2.5 billion. He married his black wife, Thomasina Parrott, in 2006, and they're still together. O'Shea Jackson Sr., better known as Ice Cube, the rapper from NWA, turned actor, which most people remember his start in his film career as Craig in the movie Friday, and then went into film producing, who, according to Google, has a net worth of approximately $160 million. Ice Cube has been married to Kimberly Woodruff since April 1992, and they're still married. What about the actor Samuel L. Jackson, who has appeared in so many different films, it's too many to list, who according to Google has an approximate net worth of $260 million. In 1980, he married actress and producer LaTanya Richardson, his black wife, and is still married to this day. And since she mentioned rappers, how about the rapper Killer Mike, who according to Google has a net worth of approximately $5 million. He married Shauna Rainder in 2006, and they're still married. By the way, Killer Mike said he wanted to buy a new car, but Shauna convinced him to buy a $250,000 10-unit property, and today it's worth $650,000. Rapper Gucci Mane gave his wife Keisha $2 million when he went to prison, and she turned it into $6 million by the time he was released, who according to Google now has a net worth of $13 million. These are exceptional black women. Proverbs 31:29. Many daughters have done well, but she outshines them all. Yep.
Well, it's not in women, but I just want to show you what men and women make this objection. But
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel, Runaway Slave 2.0. I would
but it's not a woman just saying it. It's a men saying it too.
Share, like, and comment on the videos. In addition, I had to give a big up to all of my people who purchased my masterpiece. The N-word is no secret in the service. If you would like to purchase this masterpiece, just go to the link in the pinned comment. Thanks again, everybody. Big up to you all. Let's cook. Okay, people. So, I was watching a video on YouTube, listening to this video, this interview on YouTube, and there's a brother with a channel called Real, Right, and Uncut. And I believe that he interviews people in the streets in the state of North Carolina. I believe it's North Carolina, right? And I see some terrible, terrible nonsense. He's interviewing this lady. It's a 46-year-old white woman, right? He's interviewing a 46-year-old white woman. And she's there with her black boyfriend who's only 18. Actually, she's 45. She said she's about to turn 46. Her black boyfriend is 18. Now, this ain't cool, man. And in my opinion, right here, in my opinion, she's taking advantage of this young man. And I hope this dude has at least one relative that cares for him and just comes and get him. But with all the issues that he has, it may be too far gone. I don't know his family situation, you know what I mean? But so the brother who's interviewing him is asking him about the backgrounds that they come from, right? And the white woman, right, she says she comes from a 2-parent household and her dad was a backdoor preacher. She said that her father was a big dog in the Ku Klux Klan. Big dog, she said. Now, so she's the daughter of a Klansman. But she claims that she doesn't approve of it, okay? She grew up in a very violent, dysfunctional, just nasty house. She didn't graduate from high school. She's been in abusive relationships throughout her life. She claims that her brother shot her ex. She's on the streets. She's selling her body as a prostitute. She said that she enjoys being a prostitute because it's an adrenaline rush. And she also says that it's one of the oldest professions and it's in the Bible. You know what I mean? She says this is in the King James Version, So she tries to justify being a prostitute by using the Bible, using religion, and also saying that it's an adrenaline rush. She said she makes a few $100s a day. And she says that God wants us to enjoy our lives. This woman, she also smokes crack, I believe. She's a junkie, all out. Okay? She's a junkie. She's on the street. She's all that. And she's got this young black man with her, 18 years of age, man. 18 years of age. And this young black man that she's with, it's very obvious to tell that he's dealing with some cognitive issues, like some arrested development. You know, he's on drugs as well. He's also a junkie, okay? And when I watched the video, I'm like, okay, it makes sense to me now. It makes sense. She's obviously, in this video, she's showing that she's her daddy's daughter. She's the daughter of a racist. She was raised, actually her dad was big dog in the KKK. And she's obviously showing that. She's showing it. And people, you gotta understand something, man. You know what I mean? Many of these women like her, first off, she's doing something horribly wrong because she's taking advantage of this young man to where, you know, it's almost like she's his mother / counselor from a group home or something like that / crack friend / whatever, you know. But many white women who are with black men like this are racist. I'm telling you, her dad was a big dog in the KKK. Yet, she was raised with this. She says she doesn't have these beliefs. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all because of what she's doing now. I don't believe that she doesn't have these beliefs of her father because of what she's doing now to a black person, okay? You know what I mean? A lot of these women like her, they just find a situation with a black man where they are the primary beneficiaries, okay? You know what I mean? That's what's going on in these type of relationships. This is what this woman is doing with this young black man, 18 years of age. She comes from the house of a Klansman. Yeah, she's with him. Yeah, she'll sleep up with him and all this other stuff and get high with him. But look at what she's doing to him. Look at the issues that he probably already had, how she's, you know, enhancing and making his life even worse. She's okay with doing that because he's black. You know what I mean? And that even goes for like a lot of those big fat white ladies, you know, that you see. You know, you see a lot of these big fat white ladies with a black man who may be very unproductive. People call him a loser, you know, unproductive types. We know the type, y'all. Even those big fat white ladies that may be with these type of dudes, he doesn't have to do anything but just sit around and be with her. There's something in it for that big obese white woman as well. See, people look at that like, oh well, he's the beneficiary. No. She's the beneficiary as well. You know what I mean? It's a whole quid pro quo thing. You know what I'm saying? So, don't think that she's not the beneficiary as well, or probably the primary beneficiary, because she has more control. They want control, you know what I mean? And often you see as well, when you see these big obese white women, as soon as they get themselves together, if they ever do, which is rare, they go get gastric bypass or get on that Ozempic or something. As soon as that weight starts falling off, they try to put themselves back out there on the market for a white man or another black man who may be doing better. You know what I mean? A lot of times for a white man, they're too far gone. They're too far gone for a decent white American man who's taking advantage of being white and thriving in America. They're usually too far gone for that. So they'll go ahead, if they can't get one of them, which they usually can, they'll try to go ahead and level up with a different kind of black man. But as soon as these big white ladies get gastric, get on Ozempic, they usually go ahead and do what they always wanted to do. They always wanted to be with a white man. They like being with black dudes, yes, but look at the kind they can get. You know what I'm saying? Quite often. Now, a lot of them do get decent ones. A lot of them get decent black dudes. I'm just saying, it's available for them. You know what I mean? It's there for them. It's there for even some of these big fat, you know what I mean, white ladies to get a decent black dude. The way it's set up, y'all. The way this whole, it trickles down in the religion of white supremacy race, the way it trickles down, even those big fat women can do okay. You know what I mean? But it's sad, man. Going back to this video, I kind of fell off a little bit, but going back to this video, to see this young man, you watch this video, and I'm going to attach the link. I'm going to put it in the pinned comment, and I'm also going to put it in the description. This brother's channel. This young man here, if you listen to him, you can clearly see that he's a kid who's, you could tell he's slow. It's some stuff going on. She clearly looks like a counselor for a program that he's in, you know what I mean? She looks like his owner, and she acts like it. Look at how she talks to him when you watch this. He doesn't know any better, man. You know what I'm saying? He's on drugs, y'all. And to begin with, he probably was already doomed from a fetus, man. You can tell. You know the types, y'all. You know the types. And you know he's on drugs. And it's so obvious to tell that this is a Klansman's daughter right here. Actually, big dog in the Klan is what she said. You know what I mean? So, folks, understand something. Here's the thing, people. This is for a lot of you grass is greener on the other side type Negroes. Let me tell you something. The people who are always saying, black people treated me bad. They laugh at me. They call me corny. They tease me because I talk white. They call me ugly and cornball. They're mean. They're aggressive. Black people think I'm stupid or whatever other experience you may have had around your people. And I'm not saying that you lying. I mean, you might have been around some, unfortunately, had to be around some black people who are not productive or just always treating you bad. But let me tell you something. If you can't get respect, at least from your own people and the people that you're around, your own people don't respect you, and you go amongst white people and they make you feel accepted and happy, that's because, the reason why is because you're so low to them and a flunky as a human that they're willing to accept a black person who's like you in your state. You know what I'm saying? It's not that they respect you either. If you can't get respect amongst your own people, you can't go around white people and get respect. They don't respect you. They like you around, and they make you feel accepted and happy because to them you're just a low flunky as a human. You are a representative of the only kind of black person that they would ever have around you. You know what I'm saying? You're a flex tool for them to go ahead and tell their little racist jokes and do whatever they want to do. I've showed you quite a few videos on this channel of black people in this position that ended up in ditches and burned up, just terrible. Go watch some of them. And a lot of our people go thinking like, yeah, these white people are cool, they're nice to me, this and that, and they're this. You're a junkie to them. You're a flex tool. You're a flunky. If you can't get respect from your own people, there's no way you can go around other people and get respect, yo. They may act like they like you. That's because you are so low to them that you are a representative of the only state of a black person that they would want around. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And people, you realize what these people have to be and act like to have relationships from white people. It's all a scam, man. It's all a scam, yo. You know what I mean? Here we got this 46-year-old woman who's in a relationship with this 18-year-old young black man, and people will say, well, she ain't racist. She's with a young black. Look at him. He's in his right place. The reality is, as much as this hurts your feelings, most Americans will never have a black friend and vice versa. Welcome to America. All that friendship stuff is an illusion. It's an illusion. Okay? These relationships ain't what it is. Usually. I'm not saying that you don't have this kind of relation. I'm not saying that they don't exist. Because I know they may possibly exist, but not many. Don't come at me with that 70%. No. I'm talking about maybe 3%, possibly. You know what I mean? People, think about the people, like the people you really know, like relatives in your family, whatever. People that fall into that category, the ones that, always want to be around white folks as if they got nothing else going for them in life, always seeking refuge in white folks because they figure it's better than hanging with their family or people in their community who may be ignorant. I'm not saying that these black people that they have to be around aren't. I get that, you know what I mean? Maybe not, I don't know. But notice the white folks that they go around are 10 times more ignorant and racist. I mean, these are the trash types. And I bet you that person in your family or the person that you know that's like that, who just adores being around white people so much and in their company, 9 times out of 10, I bet you they're either slow, special ed type slow, or slow, very unproductive, on drugs and alcohol, that type, I guarantee you. Because these are the type of people that white folks prefer to have around, if any, people like that. They don't mind having a black person around them like that because they know this person is lower than us. You know what I mean? It makes them feel good. You're in your nice little black place. We'll accept you. Come on around. Come on around, Rel. Come on around, Emily. Come on around, Tasha. Whatever the name may be. Just like this 18-year-old in this video with this 46-year-old white woman, the daughter of a Klansman. She has no respect whatsoever for black people. And she's on her racist flex right here. She's flexing like her daddy. The daughter of a Klansman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she out here, crackhead, prostitute, all that, pulling this young man down with him. I'm not saying that he wasn't already down, but why are you going to add to that, man? This is the act of a white supremacist right here, man. And people, whoever sees this video.
Alright, let's talk about the type of people that actually have an issue with interracial dating, shall we? People that have problems with interracial dating, I put them in like 3 categories, right? You first have the obvious, right? The bitter and entitled.
Okay, so when black men who gain success, influential black men who gain success, like rappers, for instance, and they date white women, it sends a message to black boys that black women are not good enough. We are only good enough to support them, to give birth to them, but we're not good enough to marry and share our wealth with. That's what black men are saying when they gain success. And it's showing self-hate, because if you don't love your own mother, you came from your mother, so you should look up to her and worship her as beautiful. But since you don't only love your own mother, you're worshiping white women, and it sends a message of self-hate. That's what
These are the type of women that rejoice when a black man who was dating a white woman, something bad happened to them, and they're quick to point out that your mother was black.
Whenever white girls are with black dudes, that pisses me off.
Because why are you with her and not with me?
Literally, like, that's what I'm saying.
I'll tell you why they aren't with you. 1, you're bitter. 2, you're giving jealous energy. And 3, you're racist. And a high-value black man does not want to be with a bitter, jealous, racist woman, no matter what color you are. Thank you. I'm black.
Would you prefer a black man dating a white woman? Do you like when you see, like, would you like to see that, a black man dating a white woman?
It's just sometimes, I'm not gonna lie.
Be truthful.
No, I'm not gonna lie. When I see, like, those, like, interracial couples where it looks like the black man is just so well-to-do, you know the ones that you look at and know got a good job, and then he's standing next to a white woman, I'm not gonna lie, I just be like, damn, there's a sister out there that really could have used you, bro. I just think about that.
Now you have the second type of woman where, like, they'll tell you that they don't have a problem with you dating outside of your race, right? So they're more professional about it. It's more like
be left alone. Reminder, most black women do not care if a black man is in an interracial relationship, especially with a white woman. That is just a straight black male fantasy, and it's perverted. Most of us just mind our own business, and we want to be left alone.
However, what they have a problem with is you flaunting the fact that you have a white woman. They find it disrespectful. It's kind of like, let's say, it's like, well, I don't have a problem with gay people, but I would rather you keep that in the closet. That's how they kind of portray their perspective when it comes to interracial dating. And sometimes they're misconstrued. Just genuine, like, I'm proud, this is my baby girl, I want to show it off. To straight up, like, they think that it's disrespectful, which is not, right? And this group of women, they don't have a problem with black men per se. Their beef is more towards white women.
Fetishizing black men.
Yes.
So what is it about the black man that you think is fetishizing?
It's different. Culturally, it's different. Just how the lady said, more masculine. You guys have very high self-confidence. What most men in Europe, white men, probably Hispanic men, they're not sure what they're talking. They're not sure how they want to approach you. I think it's a stereotype, but black guys, you see something you like, you go for it, you do what you gotta do, boom, the lady is yours. Just like that.
You like a black man? Is that your type?
Would you go for anyone that's white? Brown? Mexican? Why black guys? Tell us why.
They're hugging like a horse. They're sexy as fuck. I like it.
Because it is a white woman that's giving these brothers a big head. It is a white woman that's making these brothers believe that they have options. It is this white woman that fetishize
Today, Junior?
Fetish. God damn it. It is this white woman that fetishizes them with these black men that makes them believe that they are the shit.
So they're an Indian, a Hispanic, a white man. Y'all not the only options out here who think y'all doing well for yourself, and that's the problem. Y'all done put yourselves on a pedestal when it comes to black women. Y'all need to bring it on down because we have gotten to start dating outside our race.
And when it comes to the dating world, whoever has the power, whoever showed up that they care the least, tends to have the power. And then when you try to act nonchalant, so then this brother will come and approach you, so you have the right, you earn the right to reject them. But then they go elsewhere, kind of suck. It's very annoying. Because there's a difference. When it's this whole dating game, right? You're competing with these white women. It's not enough that they actually win the game. Oh, let's say stealing a brother or two away and stuff like that, right? No, it's not the problem. It's when they're rubbing their win in your face. When they're making videos like, I love you, black man.
Dear black men, I just want you to know that I fucking love you. I don't want black men.
Black man.
I love you, 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 black man. Black man, shut up. Diesel got a big head already. Stop making him believe that he can have everybody that he wants. Stop it. Stop it. Yes, I'm talking to you, some of you bright white women. Stop it. I get it. It's annoying. Last but not least, that group I kind of agree with, right? Because they're not so much have a problem with interracial dating. What they are doing sometimes, they're just responding to the disrespect. The disrespect that is happening towards black women, right? Because, however, there's sometimes misconstrued, let's say, criticism, or you're talking about the issue.
Black women are beautiful, but didn't want me. I date white girl because she wanted me, and then all these girls had a problem with it. Listen, this genre of black guy is never allowed to be heard out on the internet.
They're misconstrued what you're saying, and they're actually thinking that you're talking about, you're saying things like this nigga right here.
Bro, black women are the devil in disguise, bro. Yeah? Black women don't love you. All black women are gonna do is steal from you, call you out from your name, talk about your hairline. They don't love you, yeah? Yeah, every man right now, listen to what I'm saying, yeah? Every man in this chat needs to go and find you a white woman, yeah? Every man in this chat needs to go and find you a white Nubian queen, because it's snow bunny season. It's cuffing season, it's snow bunny season. Go get your white Nubian queen. There's no more black queens. Get your white Nubian queen, cuz, yeah? No more hand tags with a black Nubian, cuz white Nubian queens are in. It's snowflake season, it's snowing season. Go and get your white thing, fam. Yeah? Go and get you a fucking white thing, fam. Don't believe the hype, bruv. Black girl are done out here, fam. There's no more. I don't ever wanna hear the word black woman next to queen. I don't want to hear black woman in the same sentence as queen. All I want to see is white Nubian queen. Yeah?
Yes, I get it, right? Because it doesn't make any sense. If you love Snow Bunny, if you whatever you're doing, why do you find the need to go out of your way to disrespect these women? To talk about like how you don't like black women, attitude this, attitude that, blah, blah, blah. But see, ladies, there's a difference between a guy who recently find the magical kingdom of Snow Bunny, Gok 3000. Like when your soul left your body for the first time, you getting some sloppy topic from a white chick. And I'm telling you, there's a difference doing that versus being in an actual interracial relationship. Because on behalf of the interracial relationship community, Fuck that nigga. We don't condone this type of behavior. We don't appreciate the fact that you're talking crap about a group of people. Because if you're with someone, you're supposed to be with that person because of you, because you love that person, because you guys are compatible, because you know she's your kind of weirdness, just like I'm my wife kind of weirdness, right? You belong together. So then it has nothing to do with the other gender, the other race, or whatever the case may be. Stop throwing dirt on these broads' name. Oh, I hope this clarify my position on this whole matter. And so you know where I'm coming from and stuff like that. For you guys, I'm talking about you in my comment section. You know, throw a little jab and stuff like that, right? So you know where I'm coming from. However, what do you guys think down below? Leave it down.
Now we go back to the black women.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the power of 3 in the Ozempic Trizone.
I got the power of 3.
Shout out to black men. Listen, y'all told me about this Brad. This Brad is running through these quiches over there in East Africa like it's nobody's business, right? And what I was telling brothers before, because you had some brothers saying, you know, oh, she's a Keisha, is she FBA or not? And I was trying to tell them, listen, it doesn't matter if they're FBA or overseas, they still Brad worshippers. Doesn't matter, they Brad worshippers. This is a global situation. This is a global issue. It has nothing to do with this country or this country. That's how Keisha is globally, Brad worshippers. Now this Brad right here, not gonna lie, he looks sick. He looks sick right here. He looks sick. And still, all in all, you got these Keishas chasing him.
2018.
Look at him, with the big Kool-Aid smile.
About 5 years. Now, one thing that I've noticed is different here in East Africa when it comes to expressing love. You know, in the West, we take our time. We meet somebody new. We meet them.
Big Kool-Aid smile. Just met him.
We observe them for a while. It could be 3 to 6 months. You know, everybody's good on their first impression, right? But you get a time to see, you know, what.
Look at that big Kool-Aid smile. Look at this one right here. Look at this one. Got the Joker smile. That's a Joker smile right there.
What is she like when she's pissed off? What is she like when she's jealous? What is she like when she's on her period? And then, when you have some trust and you've spent a lot of time together in the West, and this is also true in Japan, after you spent a lot of time together, again, it varies person to person, it could be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, you'll finally get to that point where you'll say, I love you. And those are huge words, okay, for us Westerners. You know, I think they're huge words because when you say those words, you express the true essence of love, which is vulnerability. You leave yourself vulnerable and open to pain and hurt. So it really is an expression of love because you're so vulnerable when you say it. But here in Africa, I'll meet a girl and, you know, I can read her body language. You know, she'll be smiling. If she's attracted to me, she'll be standing close to me. And other things that I probably realize subconsciously. I've had women say, I love you. The first day they met me.
Because they're Brad worshippers. That's why. They'll say that to you over here too. In the States, they say that to him also. And you know what's real funny? He got multiple videos of over there just running through these, you know, these African quiches, just running through them, right? He says that he doesn't pay any money for them. He doesn't. But you don't see, and it's not just him. You got a bunch of Brads like this. You have a bunch of Brads like this with videos. You have a bunch of Brads like this with actual videos out like this. Channels, right? You don't see nobody going after them talking about Passport Brad, him paying for buns, him going over there and exploiting them. You don't hear none of this when it comes to them. None of this. You don't see Becky upset about any of it. None of it. It's only terrible when black men go overseas. Why? Because Keisha believed they have a claim to them. Keisha believed they have a claim to black men, that black men are supposed to stay there and do whatever it is they need to do for them. And also, let them get ran through by Pookie's and Brad, and then when they're washed up in Pookie's and Brad, and Pookie is either under the jail or in the upper room, and Brad done moved on with a Becky, now they want you. They don't want you overseas, they want you over here, so when they get through their 304 phase, they can reach back. So no. I said this plenty of times. I have no issues with Passport Bros. Shout out to them. Travel, see the world, and if you meet women overseas, cool. Just don't bring them over here. That'd be against that. That would defeat the purpose. It really would. Don't bring them over here. But shout out to them for going over there, doing whatever they want to do. They built themselves up to do stuff like that. And that's what Keisha's really mad about. Keisha's really mad because the Passport, brothers that go overseas, not to DR, not to places like DR or any place close, you find Pookies there because it's cheap to go there. We're talking about brothers that's going to Europe where it costs. Places in Europe, you don't see the Pookies over there. It costs. It costs. Brothers in London. Even brothers in Africa. Just don't give no Keisha over there. It costs. Greece. It costs. The only time Keisha was there was when, going through the pandemic where everything was cheaper. Keisha can't go anymore. So they're upset that these brothers that are going to the Philippines, they're traveling, and they're able to travel because it's expensive. They would rather them keep those resources over here in the States for them to leech off. And it's not happening no more. Shout out to those brothers.
Sometimes a second. It rarely gets farther than that. So, when African women say, I love you on the first day or the second day, to me, a Westerner, it seems disingenuous. How could you love me? You don't know me yet. So, I don't know if it's a cultural difference. I don't know if it's a difference in the way we speak English. Just don't want to point this out. So,
look at him.
I guess I'm in Uganda, so the main language here that connects all Ugandans is the language called Luganda. And then after that,
you think she smiled at the men in her village like this? When they going from hut to hut, you think she's smiling like this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is a global thing, all right? This is global.
It's English. people here can speak English to some degree. It depends on their education and their background. English here. I call it Ugandan English. They use a lot of terminology and words, and even the way they express themselves.
Look at this one in the back. Who she look like? Is that you, Crystal and Garrison? Pink pill? Is that you? What are you throwing up? Ugandan gang signs with your fingers? Why your fingers look like that? Yeah, you got it fingers. You know the clown it. You look like those look like it fingers. Look at this Crystal Cats.
I think they're thinking in their tribal language or Luganda, and they're translating that to English. So I don't know. Maybe if there's any Ugandans or Africans watching, you can chime in on this. I kind of suspect that when a Ugandan woman says "I love you," what she really means is "I like you a lot, I'm attracted to you, or I'm infatuated with you." In American English,
look at this.
"I love you" has a much deeper meaning. Like I said, it's kind of profound. It's something you might only say
look at him,
a person for a long time.
Running through these
keys. To be vulnerable in front of them. They really are powerful words for us Westerners. So when an African girl says "I love you" on day 1 or day 2, to me it feels like it's taking.
And remember, I said he looks like he's sick. A lot of those Brads out there, right? I'm not saying it's him because he's not from over there, but a lot of these Brads that live over there, they know, right? Keisha and Brad over there is known for giving each other's STDs. They known for that. You got to look at the STD rate over there. It's insane. So if he's sick and he's running through these quiches, might got something. Might have something. Because he looks sick. And, a lot of these quiches, they be having houses in Virginia over there. And they come over here and they add on to the houses in Virginia rate over here. But they come over here with houses in Virginia. They be having it already, just coming over here, right? Adding on to the rate. These quiches are over there. They heavy with the monster over there. Yeah, he looks sick, man. He looks sick.
Taking value away from those words. This seemed to say it lightheartedly, but I don't know. I'm not an African. I didn't grow up in this culture. So if there are any Africans watching, maybe you can explain it more. But it's just something I've experienced here in Africa, and I find kind of interesting. But I wonder what happens,
you got the mask
you say "I love you"
Jim
on the
Carrey
first
mask
day,
face.
and then let's say 6 months down the road,
She look like
you feel
Jim Carrey, the mask, the face, the features. Sheesh. Man, that face did.
What?
He don't care.
What us Westerners
with it all any
perceive as love.
Any African.
Then what do you say? Is there another expression for that? Yeah. This is kind of interesting, the way Africans perceive love and how it develops through the relationship.
Through the cheeks? Because that's what you out there.
Anyways, I'm just making this video off the top of my...
Yeah, at the top of you don't know what you develop through the buttons, because that's all you out there doing. You out there smashing. This is ridiculous. Like I said, black man, this is global. This is not just something over here. For you brothers that be saying, oh, you know, you going over the overseas, get one overseas, they're not the same. They're totally the same, man. They are totally the same. There's no difference than the Keishas over here and the ones over there. Shout out to black men. Peace.
Okay, I'm gonna finish up this video and showing different perspective on interracial relationship between black men and black women, and the good and the bad, and everybody's different opinions, and everybody have their own opinion on why, and really from the men and women's side of this video. I just want to show both ends, from black men and black women, what's really going on. And how some commentators, how they truly think, and some people truly feel. And but the one thing that kind of made me nervous about the daughter with the Klan, that kind of, ooh, that Jesus. I mean, that's something, yeah. And that's one of the downfalls that you might have come across somebody like that. Because I've come across some situations, but not to that degree. Now, my friend John did one time. He's black, and he actually, I don't know what made him do that. He went on and talked to this girl that daddy was a member of the KKK. Luckily, he got a lot. He was just nuts, but of course, they called it off. And that was a long time ago. It take him to tell you. But overall, people gonna do what people gonna do. People gonna fall in love who they gonna fall in love with. And all your interpretation of the person that you meet and the characteristics. But there are some people which runaway slave. There are some people like that. Just to be fair. He has some good points, and some black women have some good points when it comes to black men dating married out. But you see vice versa, black men and black women who some don't approve of interracial relationships, and the ones that do, they don't mind interracial relationships, even over to the continent of Africa, and brothers over in England and other places, some go with other women, some try to stick with their own women, some do like they do here in America. But everybody, I think it's just you meet a person and boom, it works out, and you try to find out if you hit off, you hit off. It would be nice if you meet somebody, but some chances out of 10, you may meet someone of your same race as your spouse. If you don't, you don't. But I think it takes on which is more deep into it, like the beginning of what you have in common. What is the person on the inside? Whether you're in the same race relationship or interracial relationship, you really got to know that person. Can they deal with your flaws? Can you deal with their flaws? Can you understand some things that's going to come up? But if you can iron out all that things, it can work. Whether you're a black man or a black woman, have someone with a different race. I think it's all how the way you communicate with somebody. Like I said, every person experiences is different, and we gotta realize that every black person isn't slow because they get with the white person or mentally deficient. I don't necessarily agree with that. Sometimes and there are some people who take advantage of people's kindness, and whether they're black or white or any other, people just do that in nature in general. But I don't think it's a black. I just think it's a human condition that people take advantage of someone who they think is not up to their physical part. You know, I've been misjudged like that a couple of times in my life. You know, and I wouldn't want nobody. On nobody. It's just because in my, how I look at it, just some people just are shy, they're introvert. Some people are just not outgoing. It don't make them something, and that was the thing that I've always had a pet peeve about someone making assumptions. You never talk with the person. Some people just don't open up to people. Some people are not outgoing, but it's almost like, I used to deal with that throughout my life. That something must be wrong with him. Why? He's quiet. So some people, they self-absorbed. Some people introvert. A lot of people ain't outrovert, but something's got to be wrong with you. But they never sit down and talk with you and really take the time out to know you. And it's sad when people judge people in that category. I've been around some people that I've been around some people that made some racial jokes. But I don't think it was because I was just around some ignorant ass people. But because I mainly mentioned it because I was around some white people that done something cruel like that to me. And I was trying to be this individual, trying to be friends, and maybe, I guess you can call it Caucasian hypnosis at one point. I don't know. But it's just that you just want a friend. Some people just want friendship with people. Some people, but the people individual you get with, or a relationship with people you get with, they don't see life the way you do. It's their problem. It's not your problem. And I forget later on in life that in the end, God picked me to be my own person. And He will bring people who don't see life like you do. He'll get away with that. He pushed them away, those kind of people away, who are ignorant and bigotry or whatever their reason is. But yeah, some people are just different, personality wise. And I don't think, that's kind of a broad stroke of somebody. Oh, there's some people out there that have mental problems. It could be a lot of things. And it's just, and again, it comes from your environment. I can say for myself, it was my environment, I grew up in the inner city and I lived in suburbs. And I tell you, when you go to these different environments as a black man, or, it can be black women, if you're a black woman, you could probably, as an environment, your mindset and who you interact with changes. So that's what it's about. But some black people have never been around white people till later on in their life, and what they was exposed to, in some harsh realities of some people, it caused you to put a broader perspective on all people because of your past experiences, whatever. And I can understand why some people, black people, feel like they want to separate themselves in that aspect, because you do have that ignorant side of nature of people of other races that have been around other races of people that they don't know, or they believe through television or hearsay. Never know the individual to the individual. And so it's just people are, that's the way it is. But hey, these relationships that get together, it could be, who knows? God has a funny way of working things out. I don't know. But, find who you love. As long as you got somebody of a different nationality, whether you're a man or woman, at least you're happy. At least you found you somebody. If you feel like that person, at the end of the day, you make, that's all what matters between you and them and God. Everybody else, most people don't give a damn. And they would never give a damn if you were by yourself anyway. They wouldn't pay you no attention. That's a fact. And people that even look like you in your own race probably wouldn't pay attention to you. And that was probably, they wouldn't care, because they would not really want to associate with me, because there's more to the person than the personality. Personality. If your personality don't match up with their personality, then they think something wrong with you. That's just some people in general. So that's all I got to say about that one. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, hope you like and subscribe. Till next time, take care, be blessed, And wherever you find your love, and ever, I wish you the best, whether you're a man or woman, as long as that they have your best interests at heart. Be blessed. Take care.